Hi guys, this is Ashid Abbas from After Sales Support Team. Welcome to Keenon Training Series sessions for our partners. In this episode, I would like to give you the complete mapping guide for our Lable type robots in order to give you a better understanding for Keenon robots mapping configuration. This presentation is divided into several parts. The first part includes the preliminary preparation. In this preliminary preparation, we are going to check first the software version. We need to do some system checks, and then we have to check our Peanut food delivery application and also our Map Hub 1.6.2. First step is to enter the super setting. You can click on this button, menu button, scroll down, click on the settings, click on about me, triple tap this manufacturer, and the password is 870051, which will take you to a super setting option of our application. Then you can click on about software version to check the software version. You can confirm from our after sale support person that if the application is up to date and the robot version is up to date. Then you can click on systems to turn off these three options to make your configuration and operation smooth. After doing all this needful, you can scroll down in system and exit the application completely. Make sure to exit the application completely. After you exit the application, you can enter inside the system, or you can long press the application icon, scroll it, drag it down to this information icon and force stop it. You have to force stop the application before you start mapping. Once you force stop, then the first then this part is to stick the labels and establish a strong natural connection between robot and the laptop. These are some cautionary measures while you stick labels on the ceiling. Sticking labels require a safe ladder and assistance of other to secure the ladder. The distance between the label must be shorter than 3 meters. Label must not be stuck on a slanted surface. Labels must be more than 20 centimeters away from the light sources and the obstruction. These are some measures which you should read before you start sticking the labels on the ceilings. Like 2 labels are required for the origin point or the charging point. 2 labels must be identified simultaneously in this map building app for these 2 kinds of points, etc, etc. Now these are some photo examples. Like for example, the distance between the labels, the distance between the label and the distance from the label to the light, because the light is too bright and the robot upper image module device won't be able to recognize, so it should have some distance between them. 20 to 30 centimeter is more than enough. And there must be a label around the corner, 2 labels around the corner, and label spacing is 3 centimeter, etc, etc. Now in order to establish a secure network connection, you have to enter your network settings and find hotspot in your laptop, turn it on, edit it, and enter Keenon Robots and enter these exact network name, network password, and network bandwidth. After you save it, after you enter it, you must save it, and then you can turn off your robot. After turning on your robot, give it some time, and then you will see 2 new IPs and devices will appear automatically. The first one is Firefly, which is the internal or algorithm board IP, and the second one is the IP of UI board. Both have its own use but today we are going to use the UI board IP. Point to pointers, these are some useful destination points icon which you will see when we are going to set the origin point, the charging point, and the target points. You can read this later, but for starters, the colors are not same. The red one, this is like maroon one, this is light blue, light green. You will see in the further coming slides. Now we will start the mapping uh, via application 1.6.2. Just make sure the mapping hub version must be 1.6.2 or further. As you can see, we're gonna go through these steps accordingly: entering hub, mapping interface, cleaning maps, switching boards, scanning the labels, drawing the path, editing the destination line, setting set target point. Target point includes special points also, charging, origin, and destination, and then saving and downloading the map. Let's start. Click on this icon on your robot, give it some time, and it will connect. Then from the server IP, you can check from the server IP, and then you open your laptop, put this IP, and then you will be able to see the map. Now when you will enter the mapping interface of web in your web browser, the first step is to make sure that you clean the map, because we have to clean the map, the previous map, and we have to start building a new map. This step includes this step you have to follow very carefully, because if you don't clean the map from both sides, from the web interface and from the robot, then we are not on the same page, right? So click on this folder icon, click on sync, get the current map from robot. First you get the map from the robot, and then you click on this button, clear map. You do this process twice just to make sure that the map coming from the robot is clear. Then after you clean the map, you click on this icon and click on push the map to the robot. So do this process twice just to make sure the map the map inside the robot and the map on the mapping web interface is the same. After doing this, you can click on this button. This is scanning mode, this is editing mode. Just remember that. Okay, after you finish this, you have to go there. Then after clicking on scanning mode, start pushing the robot from the back side or on the front side. And if you are not able to push the map, click on this red emergency button in case your motor is locked. This will unlock the motor and you will be able to push the robot around to scan the site. Move along the sticked label path. This green icons you can see with the number, these are actually added labels, and this red is under process of adding, and this yellow means it is repeated. So different colors icon with labels with different descriptions. So make sure every label is green, and avoid repeated labels also. Now scan mode for the same path, turn on the scan mode of the new path. For example, if you want to go back to this same path, you must switch the modes. Like for example, you came here and now you have to go back to this path. You just turn off the scan mode, go to the edit mode, and you move from here till there, and then you again turn on the scan mode and turn off the edit mode. In this case, in this way, you won't be able to re-add or you won't be able to make this yellow labels. All our struggle is to make the labels green, so it is successfully added inside the map. Now, as you can see above, the green means the label is successfully added. The red label being means like the label is being added. The light blue is it's scanned but not added yet. The white one is the faulty one, and the yellow one is the duplicate one. We can clean this. I will tell you in future, in coming slides. Now turn off the scanning mode after completed all the labels. Now you are here. You see, you move from there till here, then you go up, and now you are here. You turn off the scan mode after after you are sure that you stopped editing labels. Now the first thing which we need to do is to clean the faulty or repeated labels. Now you enter the edit mode, click on this one of them. You can zoom in a little bit, click on it, and press the delete key on your keyboard. It will automatically delete the repeated one. That's how you clean the map. Even if you have some faulty labels and it's yellow color, you can just click on it and delete it. And as you know that the scanning mode is off, in edited mode you can do this by simply using your mouse and delete key on your keyboard. Make sure syncing the sending map to robot. After doing this, you can click again on this and push the map to the robot. So it will make both sides, like the map inside the robot and the map on the web interface, which is actually a map hub interface, same. We have to do this syncing process every once in a while, just to make sure that the map between the robot and the robot is in the robot and the mapping hub app is same. Now in order to build a path, you can click on this setting icon, this ranch icon, click on auto start and click on this two-way. Bring your robot here, switch to this and push robot along the rail path. One path point will be generated automatically every 1.5 meters and two adjacent point will be connected automatically. Like when you bring your robot here, you click on this option, activate this, like press this. You start moving your robot from here till there. Make sure to move your robot in a straight line so the path will be straight. Once again, the same thing, you have to avoid the repetitive path. So when you arrive here, you uncheck this auto path in order to arrive here, and when you arrive back here, you again check auto path and move up. In this way there won't be any repetitive path. You have to make this clean and just to avoid lengthy process. Otherwise, if you don't close this auto path, you will see there will be two blue paths here, and then you have to delete the one of them. I hope you understand what I mean. Now as you can see, we already make a path here. Now we have to edit the path. How to edit the path? You can see on this bottom bar, control bar, there is path point, right? So there is a lock. First you unlock it, so you will be able to click on it, and then you have to drag and make sure it is on the straight line, just like this. I click on this unlocking, then I click on this and make it straight, just like this. I made it straight. And then if you can also manually connect paths also. For example, this path is close to this path, or maybe close to this path. So I did like this. I make it straight. I delete this to this, and I connect this to this. This we can do it just from your mouse. There is no some different process. Just click on this line, click delete, it will be deleted, and then click on this point and then click on this, it will connect automatically. That's manual path building. Just make sure the path is straight, so robot will move very straight. It will not go like this, correct? And after doing the editing, please make sure to sync the map with the robot's map. Again, you click on this folder and push the map to the robot. Again, I'm telling you, after every major change you make, you just keep pushing the map to the robot, so we stay on the same page. The next one is switch to, yeah, after doing, you see how I make the path is now straight here and here. Make sure the path line is straight, clean, without too much of path points, which consistent distance between path points. Like, make it straight. The distance between the path points should be consistent, not too messy, not too like zigzag, like that. Anyway, now the second important thing is restriction line. How to create a restriction line? There is a, if you click on this ranch again, you will find real-time LiDAR. This LiDAR will detect the front obstacle in front of the robot. When you click on it, you will be able to see this red line, right? So you check this one and check, double tap to add obstacle point. This we do it manually. This is not going to automatically build like the path point. Okay, so bring your robot here, just like I put, and you will be able to see a red line, which means there is a clear wall in front of it. You double tap on it, you will see this. Then you keep moving your robot and you will see wherever you see this obstacle, you see I can see that there is a wall here. So I start double tapping and building the whole wall. You see, that's how we build the restriction line. We don't want and this will help robot to stay in the path, will not interact or touch anything outside his path zone. You can do this by moving your robot, just to make sure that we are not like the robot is not passing the obstacles. You can edit it by unlocking from the, and again from the bottom path you see there is a void point. You can uncheck it, and then the distance between the path points doesn't matter. Just like in path point, in the obstacle restriction lines, the distance doesn't matter, just the consistency matters. So again, after building the restriction line, you make sure to sync the map of the robot to sync the map of the web mapping interface of MapHub. Now the fourth step is setting target points. The first point which we set is the charging point, which is very simple. Bring the robot in front of the charging pile. Like, of course, you have to first set the charging pile, make sure the charging pile position isn't changed. Bring the robot facing the charging pile, and make sure the charging pile is off. Okay, now click the key T on your keyboard. When you press the key T, it will show you the charging destination point, like a target add destination point. When you scroll this down, you will see three options: charging pile point, origin point, and the destination point. Choose the correct charging point and the stopping ID. Now in Lable type robots, there is special IDs which we should enter inside setting when we are setting the charging pile and origin point, because for the destination point it is from 1 till so on. So the starting point of charging pile is 0101. See, 0101. Enter the stopping name. Mean you can put definitely, of course, charging pile or charging point or charging pile point or whatever. Then you can click on OK. it will save it as a charging pile point. The second one is the origin point. Once again, I will add, if you have read those cautionary measures, the charging pile, this one, the charging pile and the origin point are those points which must have two labels. Like for example, in simple words, when you are setting the charging pile point, you must see that the robot is simultaneously detecting these two. So this is like a mandatory thing to do. The charging pile and the destination and the origin point must, the robot must be detecting two labels at the same time. Okay, again, bring your robot where you want it to put as a service point or origin point. Click T, select the origin point, and also the origin point have a stopping point ID which starts from 60,001 to 60,100. So we put the first origin point, click OK, your origin point is set. Now destination point, again you can move around your robot to set the destination point to some tables or some specific destination. You can start with 1, 2, 3, the one which I skipped, but you can see here 2, 3. The stopping ID is starting from 1 to 26,000. And after setting all these destination point, the charging pile, the origin point, and the destination point, make sure to sync the map of the map hub with the robot itself. After doing all this, you can click on this folder, click on download, and click on download. You will see the .json file will be saved in your download or wherever it is specified in Chrome web browser. Now the last step is to send a resource pack. A resource pack is basically a bundle of settings which we send it from your own cloud account to robot remotely. So if you have a Keenon cloud account, you can do it by yourself. I will show you the process. If you don't have, you need to contact our after sale personnel. He will help you. So we will go through all this process. For example, we will make a new resource pack. First we will enter the cloud account. Of course, we will make a new resource pack, enter store name, scene name. We will create a new resource, edit group, all these things I will show you. Let's move. So these are our clouds for Japan region, like for Asia Pacific, APAC, and India. And if you are in EU, you can enter this one. If you don't have a cloud account, please contact our sales guy or after sales support engineer from Keenon. He will help you to do that. When you, this is the main interface of our cloud account platform. Click on mailbox. I have used my friends, and make sure to check this and log in. Now this is the main page. You will find a new version of resource configuration. Just enter this one, click on add new scene. Then you should know your store ID. If you don't know, please contact our after sales guy, he will tell you. Then you can put any name which you want it to, like it's a new scene for some restaurant like hotpot. You can put hotpot test or a hotpot scene, and then you upload this one, the one which we have downloaded from during after completing our map. Then click done. You will be able to see here on the first row automatically. Then you can just click on it and you will enter inside. You will see this Keenon, the scene name, and first you can check the first thing which you should check is the charging pile and origin point, but here the order is not, order doesn't matter, the things with the content matter, and which means like you can create a new group or you can put a group name which will put all these destination points in the same group. And as you can see, we did 3 destination points, right? You will see here 3 destination points. The charging pile, you will see the ID is correct, the origin point ID is correct. So you just keep checking it, just making sure everything is working fine, everything is correct. Okay, and then you press on this button to add a new configuration, because in Keenon we have different robots and different use for robots. Some are for delivery, some are for medical use, some are for guiding or leading. So we have to add a new configuration before we move forward. You click on this. Yeah, just like I told you, order doesn't matter. And now in these slides it is checking the charging pile IDs. It should be correct. If it is not matching, then the robot will receive wrong IDs, which could create a conflict, and robot won't work properly. So you check the charging pile. Now click on this button, add delivery configuration. We have to do this process. This process should be the first one, but order doesn't matter. So you should add this delivery configuration. Click done. Now here you will see a lot of new configuration customization option, like voice, default voice, blessing songs. You can click on file and download, I'm sorry, upload .mp3 file. Blessing, you can click on this file and upload .mp3. You can go to snack delivery configuration. You can create your own route, or you can just generate default route. Delivery voice, the snack delivery. The snack delivery is a mod in our peanut food delivery option. Peanut food delivery application. You can upload and add new voices in text files or some resource page directly in snack delivery application. You can upload and add in text file and page route voices. Generate auto routes between at destination points. Can all be generated from this interface. Now in audio you can do this: background music, avoidance voices, default collision voices. You can add text also, you can add a file also, blah blah. Now after you done with the, as you can see, we uploaded happy and wonder birthday .mp3 in blessing, and it's your birthday in .mp3 format, right? You save it. After saving it, the interface will take you back to this list of the resource bundles. You click on map more and click on release. The first step is to release it. After releasing, you need to send this to your robot. When you click on sending, then here in robot you need to select the correct KRT, the production number or the serial number here. So we will send it on exactly one specific robot. Click done, and after you click on done, it will show a successful send. And then you can just move, you can go to the robot, and if the robot is connected with the Wi-Fi, it will automatically download the new resource pack, and that's it. That's how you map the whole area. You edit the whole map, you download the map, you make a new resource pack from your cloud account, and you send it. That's all guys, thank you so much.